Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can set up your canvas for your poster and how you can apply your photos and apply some different effects and techniques to help enhance your design. Uh, so first of all I need to create a canvas, so File, go to File, I've opened up Photoshop, go File, New, and I'm going to go click on Print. I'm going to go to A3 and you need to make sure you're working in millimeters, so make sure this isn't on pixels but it's on millimeters. Okay, RGB, white background, 300 pixels per an inch. Okay, you've got portrait or canvas here. I'm going to go with portrait and press create. So here's my canvas. First thing I'm going to do is first thing I'm going to do is going to put some text in there. So I need to go to my type tool. Now where is the type tool on here? Let's pull it. If I go to window, I'll need to change my workspace to essentials. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my here's my type tool here, it's a T, and I'm going to call that camera technique. So I'm just dragging the mouse across, calling it, okay, camera techniques there. Now if I want to move that type, I can go to my move tool here and move that around, okay. Notice how Photoshop tries to line everything up. If I want, I can use my text tool and highlight that and change the size here. I can type it in. So if I want to make that a bit bigger, I can go 100. Okay, I need to increase the size of the text box and move this across here. There's my title. You can use your arrow keys to move it as well if you want to be more accurate. I'm going to go back to my, if you're in this is your layers panel here. Photoshop works in layers. You can rename the layers if you want. You can hide them. You can also lock them down. You can see the background layer there's locked. I'm going to unlock that. Okay, you need to make sure you're on the right layer to be working on it. If I'm in the text on this background layer here, I cannot be working on my type. So I'm on my camera techniques here. I want to change the font, so I can just double click on the T here, and it'll highlight that straight away, and I can change my font here. So I can choose different fonts here. So I'll choose this one. Now, if I hold my mouse over the font picker here, I can actually just roll over like this and choose the font that I want. Okay. I'm just going through, find one that I like. Let's have a look. Okay, I like this one. I'm just going to change the size so it fits. Okay, so I'm going to 90. All right, there we go. And I'm going to move that into position there. All right. Now I need to start to I'd like to start placing my images onto the canvas. So in order to place an image, I can either just drag and drop it into the document like this. If I go to my images here, open that up, I can just drag that in there like that. Okay, hit delete to delete that, or I can go File, Place Embedded. Make sure you do Place Embedded. Click on the image. So I'm going to go for fast shutter speed. Put that one in there. Hold down Shift. Now you can see those little anchor points around the edge. That means that the photo is in a state of where it can be resized. Now if I hold down Shift and drag from the edge, you can see I can resize it. And always hold down Shift. Make sure you do not stretch your photos like this. It looks very unprofessional. Always hold down Shift when resizing. Okay, and then I can move that into position there like that. Okay, there's one of my photos there. In order to paste that down, I need to press Enter. Now, if I want to resize it again, I can go to. I need to make sure I'm on the right layer, and then can go Control T, and I can resize it again like that. Okay, so there's one of my photos in there. Now, what I'm going to do is quickly go back to my Type tool, put in fast shutter speed, make that a bit smaller. Okay. Just drag that out. Whoop. Okay, and make that a bit smaller again. Okay, go so 40. Okay, so there's my fast shutter speed. Now, if I want, I can put a border around my type, but first let's put a background color in. So in order to put a background color in, I can go to my, let me just find the right tool, my shapes tool here. Where is it? I cannot find it. Okay. Let's put a gradient in. First thing I do is, sorry, no, not a gradient. I need to find the shapes tool. Where is the shapes tool? Why isn't it not coming up? There it is there. I'm going to go to my shapes tool. I'm just going to drag that across here like that. Okay. And there's my rectangle. I can double click and change the color on here. Okay, maybe I want a red or a yellow. I'm going to go for a blue. I'll go for a nice, maybe a darker red. Now, if I double click on there, I should be able to go to here and I can actually choose my color on there too. It's okay. All right, I'm just going to close that up. You can see I can also apply a gradient there too. So you can choose different gradients, change the colors here. Okay. It's okay. So you can have gradients as well. All right. So I'm going to go back to my red color again. Where are we? There we go. All right. Now I'm just going to close that up. So there's my rectangle. Now you can see that it's above everything else except for fast shutter speed. So I'm just going to drag that down to below there. So there's my stuff. A little bit dark. Might double click on that again, and I can rechange the color again. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some layer blending. I would like to put a nice texture behind there. So what I can do is I'm going to go File, Place Embedded. I'm going to choose my texture. I wanted that brick texture in there. Just going to resize that. Looks a bit pixelated now, but once I resize it and press enter, it will no longer be pixelated. So what I can do there, just resize that, press enter. Okay, there's my layer, there's my background. I'm going to blend that with the color, so I'm going to bring the color above that. And now I'm going to go to my layer blending here, which is up here, and just go through some of those with my arrow keys to create a cool effect with the bricks. So it's blending the red with the bricks. Okay. And just find one that I like, just as an example. It looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so I've just blended that color with those bricks. You can create some cool effects with layer blending. So I've got color burn. All right, I'm going to change my text to white. So I'm going to double click on that, go to a white. Okay, make that stand out. Now I'd also like to apply some effects to my text as well. So I can go down to the effects button here and I might give it, say, a drop shadow. Okay, now if I click over here, you should start to see, if I increase the size, let's see if you can see that distance. You see there's a little drop shadow coming behind the text there, so you can put in a drop shadow. I might also do some bevel and embossing and emboss that text as well. Okay, and I need to do something similar to this one here. So once I'm happy with that, press OK. All right, now I can go down to here and I can resize this. I'm going to, change the color of that to white. Press OK. All right, and I might put a nice border around my photo here. So once again, I can go to my effects button and put it around there, a stroke. Okay, I want a white. Okay, and I can increase the size there like that. Okay, I can go blend mode, inside, outside, so I'm not inhibiting on the photo. And I can just resize. You can always come back and change these effects later if you're not happy with them. Okay, so you can see the effects being applied there. If I double click on that one, so for example, on this one here, I can go back in that and change that again on the text. So, all right. So that's what I'm going to show you for now with your camera techniques process. So there's some different tips and techniques. You can apply different layouts and settings, layouts in the way you're going to design it. So it doesn't have to all be horizontal or vertical. You could do it on a diagonal as well. So play around with those different processes there. Thank you. That's all for this tutorial.